Good morning, students. Welcome to the next lecture that is also from the chapter Selected Snobberies by Aldous Huxley. Most of us are also art snobs. He says that most of us who are there in modern age, they feel proud of having the objects of art. They are art snobs. There are two varieties of art snobbery. Whereas art snobs are concerned, he says that there are two varieties, two types of art snobs are there, the Platonic and the unplatonic. Platonic art snobs merely take an interest in art. Unplatonic art snobs go further and actually buy it. He says that though there are two different varieties of art snobs, first one is the Platonics, who are the intellectual one, who are without practical, they are not practical. What they do? Platonic art snobs, they take interest in art, but they do not purchase the articles. Unplatonic art snobs go further and actually buy art. The people who are unplatonic art snobs, what they do? They not only like art, but they purchase the object of arts. Platonic art snobbery is a branch of culture snobbery. It can be considered. Platonic art snobs, they can be considered as a part of culture snobbery. They like their culture, they show their interest in their culture, but they do not purchase the articles. Unplatonic art snobbery is a hybrid of or mule, for it is simultaneously a subspecies of culture snobbery and of possession snobbery. Whereas unplatonic art snobs are concerned, writer says that they are the mongrels, they are the hybrids of two different snobberies. First one, the culture snobbery, and the second one, the possession snobbery. Why? Because they not only they take interest, not only they like the art or the art objects, but at the same time they do purchase the objects of art. They possess themselves. A collection of works of art is a collection of culture symbols, and culture symbols still carry social prestige. He says that there is no doubt the collection of rare art, objects of art, it is a collection of culture symbols. And whereas culture symbols are concerned in our society, they still have reputation, they still have social reputation. It is also a collection of wealth symbols. Naturally, if you purchase any object of art, it is quite costly. When you are having such objects in your house, it shows that you are wealthy one. That's why he says that it is also a collection of wealth symbols. Because an art collection can represent money more effectively than a whole fleet of motor cars. What is the reason behind it? Because if there is a collection of the objects of art, he says that it represents your money, your wealth status quite effectively. Suppose there is a person who is having a number of cars. Cars are easily available. in the market. He purchases 2, 3, 4, 5 cars. Nobody gives any attention to that. Nobody considers. But if there is a person who purchases the rare piece of art, it represents the money better. The value of art snobbery to living artist is considerable. Now, whereas the importance of art snobbery is concerned, suppose the artist is alive, he is making the articles, it is more considerable, it is more valuable because he is getting livelihood, he is getting money out of it. True, most art snobs collect only the works of the dead. It is also the reality. Most of the people, they purchase only the objects of art of the people who are no more. The reason is very clear that the person is not there and another article cannot be produced. For an old master is both a safer investment and a holier culture symbol than the living master. There is no doubt. Because the old master, the dead person who make articles, is a safer investment. If you are purchasing the article of a person who is no more, your investment is safe. Because no other article can be produced as the master is not alive. A holier culture symbol. It is a very sacred culture symbol than a living master. The reason is very clear. The living master can produce one another article, one statue, one bust. Suppose it is made by the artist and he is alive. If you purchase, he can make another one. Somebody else will purchase that thing, and the importance of that object will decrease. But some art snobs are also modernity snobs. This is also a thing that some art snobs who love art, who feel proud of having objects of art, they are also modernity snobs. Modernity snobs, whatever new article, whatever new product, art product that is introduced in the market, they immediately purchase it because they are having two type of snobberies in themselves. One, they are art snobs, and second, at the same time, they are modernity snobs. There are enough of them. Nowadays, in modern society, he says that there are enough person who are having such type of snobberies. They are art snobs as well as they are modernity snobs. With the few eccentrics who like works of the art of for their own sake, to provide living artists with the means of subsistence. Amid these number of people who are both art snobs as well as modernity snobs, he says that there are the few, very limited, who are considered eccentrics, who are odd one, who are whimsical one. They like the work of art for their own interest, for their own sake, to provide living artists with the means of subsistence, just to provide the living artist who is producing, who is making the articles, to provide them subsistence, livelihood. That's all about today's lecture. We shall continue. Thank you very much.